Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. Nice early start this morning, 6:30 AM. I'll be honest, I just woke up really early. The plan is, obviously you can see by the thumbnail, get on with the Fiesta today, get the rest of the bits put on that car and finally get it out of the workshop, create some room for the next project. But there is obviously, the more we're looking into it, the more little bits and pieces that are broken on it. So I just thought, I've got up early, I'm going to head straight to Gala Motors over in Essex. They open at 8, so I should get there a little bit early, grab the few bits I know that we definitely do need, and then hopefully get back to the yard for sort of 9:30 and crack straight on with that. So let's get over there and get these bits picked up. 7:30, this is normally just about get out of bedtime for me, guys. Nice and early this morning. Hopefully it's a good run back. They've hooked me right up as usual, guys, down at Gala Motors. They only do 2011 on Ford stuff. We have done a previous video here before, so I'll put the link in this video, but they got pretty much everything you need for a late Fiesta. They've even got another department upstairs there. And out here is where they take the cars apart down to their bare bones. So they got all the engines on pallets ready to go. And what year's that one now?
I think it's 19 plate.
19 plate, little 1 litre EcoBoost. I bet that's a good seller, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much sold already.
Yeah, they go out the door before they're even out the car.
Especially the EcoBoost.
Terrible, terrible engine. Guys, they've got all gearboxes, radiators. Like I said, I will put a link in the description for the last time we was here, because we did have a good in-depth look. Right, let's get back to the yard.
So while Rob's out getting some parts for the ST, I thought I'd get on with the engine. There's a few bits to change over, and I can get it on the old trusty left engine crane, ready to go back in the hut. So let's crack on.
Chris got cracking there while I was out. I actually texted him, I think, about 7:30 this morning and said, if there's anything else you can think of, mate, send it to me, I'm on my way. So this is what we had to go and get, and this is off of the new engine, believe it or not. And that is just a little piece broken out there, but of course, that's no good. That's the new inlet manifold that we're going to be putting on, because that little bit on the back there, if you remember in the previous video, it had actually been blanked off. So I've just been to Gala Motors. We got a nice new one of them. We've got a pipe. Where's that pipe you sent me, Chris? That's here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. There's quite a large pipe that goes on there, connects up to 4 different places. That was broke, and we managed to get one of them from Gala as well. There's all the fuel rail and everything. Chris was stripping off on that bit of time lapse there and getting that cover off, ready for it to receive its new one. Now, a little bit that we didn't mention. Oh, sorry. Also, while I was there, I bought a bonnet. We got a bonnet. He did have one in colour, but it was a nice bonnet. It was too much money for us because ultimately the whole front end's got to get painted. And with this colour, a lot of people did say it is a tricky one. So there's a good chance it wouldn't have matched. So we went with one with a little tiny dent in it, and it was less than half the money. So this is the bit that we didn't mention in the last video. We got cracking. The main object of that video was to get that engine removed from that car. But what we didn't actually mention is the gearbox is actually toast, unfortunately. That one there, that actually unbolts off there, Chris, I think. Yeah. So that bolt there's okay. That bolt there's okay. And you can see that one there is. But unfortunately, this one here is actually broken, which is a shame because you would have seen Chris had to split it. But nothing wrong with our original gearbox. And just look at the difference. Chris put that outside, put some acid on it, give it a good clean. So that's going to serve us perfect. There's nothing wrong with that one. And it's got the mount on it as well. So this is the cat off of the white car where it had that wallop, knocked the engine back. It bent up all the flexi there. So we've got our original cat to go back on there. And I should think that cat's probably got quite a nice value to it, to scrap it as well. And then just down to little things like this. This is actually off the white car, believe it or not. And this is off of the burnt car. But the front of the burnt car wasn't damaged. So we have managed to save loads and loads of little parts that was going to be very expensive. Even, you couldn't believe that, Chris, could you? The white car started up, guys. That's the starter motor that was on it. Chris said what it is, where that was probably pressed on there so hard, it was making contact. Also, I popped round to Mark's yesterday and we've now got the front panel for it. And our radiators are all fine as well. So we can put our rads in. Anyway, a lot to do in this video. We really do need to crack on. So, what we're going to do, fit the gearbox on, rocker cover, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Just get it all back together.
Pull this back together before any dirt gets in it.
And we'd like this really to be 100% back together before we plonk it in the hole. Because it just...
Certainly the rear of the engine.
Because the other...
Not overly...
No, that's easy to get to, isn't it?
No front panel.
We sure can.
But definitely the cat that was damaged.
That's got to go on, yeah, because that goes right round the back here, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, guys, you pretty much get a gist of what we got to do. It is quite a lot of work, but we're going to knock it out. Like I did say in that last little clip, we really, really did want to get cracking. And me and Chris straight on it, gearbox on. I was round the back putting all this heat shields on, lambda sensor, brackets. We've had to put all new bolts in there. Chris said he had to use different size sockets for every one of those. And it is quite often on the old bolts when they do get hot, they just fade away. So the back of it was the important part for us because once it's in there, of course, it's going to be really difficult to do. The drive shaft's in there. Cool, you got that in quick, Chris. I didn't even notice you'd put that in. Yeah. No messing about. And round the front, we know about the oil filter, but I've just been and bought new oil and a filter for it. So that can go on once it is in the car. But for the most part, inlet manifolds all back on. The top stuff can't actually go on yet. And me and Chris discovered that when stripping it. So this top cover that goes up here and all the coil packs, we couldn't put them on because this fuel pipe's actually impossible to get to once you've got that cover on there. So we're going to leave that cover off right till the last minute. Chris is just removing that last hose there. So that was off the white car. Yeah, and that would have played a part in it. Not what it had an intercooler on it, but it had holes in it here. And also the other pipe was split as well, wasn't it? So
yeah, there's quite a few pipes damaged.
There was quite a few pipes. Just to prep as well. So we got the mount original on the gearbox. I've bolted this mount back up, so we're going to come from underneath. Sorry, I'm just stand back and actually lift the engine in. Got Chris's bolts each side up here ready to go. I've bolted this side of the mount in. I've got that there. That can actually, that was probably better off. Wait till we got it on, get a couple of bolts in that there, and then concentrate on getting it in there, but you pretty much get a gist of it. We're going to actually wheel it in, get it in line, and then actually lift it into the car. There is one bit that's got to slot through the hole, and that, of course, that's that flexi hose. We'll have to be extra careful with that, but apart from that, should be quite straightforward. Fingers crossed. Let's do it. As we do always appreciate, guys, quite a lot of you do say you can't actually hear us when we're doing jobs like this, putting the engine in. And to be honest, there's not really a great deal to hear. It is just me and Chris talking between ourselves about going left, right, etc, etc. But we're pretty much, well, we are ready to chuck it in the hole, so we're going to give it a go. Hopefully it lines straight up, we can get the brackets in, and job will be a good one. Let's do it. Ready, mate?
Yep.
Straight? Yeah, as you are.
I'm going to go down a bit, don't you?
You're all right for a minute.
I think it's going to hit this side. I don't want to scratch the phone.
No, you don't want to scratch that, mate.
You got it?
All right, just gonna... hang on, mate. That's it. You're going to have to come up a little bit.
Wants to go in and up at the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Lovely. Right.
In a bit more?
Yeah, it is going to have to go up a tiny bit as well because of the cap. That's it. Back you go.
Very close to the side.
Right, that's just the back mount there. So that is going to have to now come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Right, I might be able to.
So you ain't got gloves on, right?
No, it's alright.
You want that up a bit, then you might?
Yes, please. Stop there a bit. I think that's hitting. It's gone almost in that mount.
Yeah, probably. We have got a bit of this side. You want to come to me, don't you?
Yeah. Right. Stop there a second. That's it.
Up.
If you could. Right, stop there. We'll probably have to come down, so we just leave them so they're level. That'll do you for a minute. Stop there, mate. Right, you want to come, you might be able to get one of them started. That was handy, wasn't it?
Looking good. You won't get the. Will you get the shaft out? I don't think you haven't that one in yet.
Yeah, once it winds down, there's plenty of room there. That's how we done it last time. Right, let's have that. Do you want to grab a 13, Chris? Just do that one up on the end of that ratchet.
Put your fingers out wide.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, that must have located in that square though, doesn't it?
Is it not gone in?
No, there's a massive gap on there.
That's right, we'll move that over. So that, to be honest, that is actually the easy part, getting the engine in and bolting it up. Now it is just bolting everything around it, and bits like that engine mount there, Chris said, it's got a square on it and it has to locate. So we get that located, get it up, and then continue on. Just get it up in the air, get the exhaust on, back mount, etc, etc. It's so hard at this stage to actually show stuff, but you can see I was messing around there putting the coil packs on. Chris was connecting up all of these fuel lines, the brake booster lines. He's now just bolting up the starter motor. We've got all of the coil packs back in place. It's just everything is falling in place very, very nicely. He got that wiring loom clipped up right where it needs to be, and you could see the reverse switch was sitting there ready to go. So I mean, there's one repair on this loom, Chris, isn't there? One we found, and that is there, 3 wires. You can see it's all the way up here and down the bottom, but we can find it on the other loom. Which ain't going to be hard.
It's got to go in somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. This ain't going to be hard to find though, is it? Because it's all bunched in one place. Yeah. So we'll cut that off, get that soldered up. Apart from that, it's all going back together quite nicely, isn't it? Ah, there is another one. Not sure what that is. I'm sure we're going to find a couple. That car... Well, is that it?
That is it.
Well, that's only got 2 inside it.
So's that, a yellow and a green.
Sorry, mate. I saw 3 up here. No. Did I?
Don't know. They're both the same colour, though, aren't
they? They are, yeah. Anyway, we'll look into that in a little while. We're just going to continue on getting everything bolted up. I've left Chris cracking on there. It's a bit difficult with 2 of you, to be honest, trying to fit the engine back up. So here is our original front panel, and you can see it got hot there, and there's a bit of smoke damage on the AC rad, but we got our fingers crossed it's going to be all right. There was no gas in it, obviously, because the pipe had burst, but there was plenty of water in the rad. Here is the one that I bought from Mark yesterday, same front panel, but obviously different rad pack. So we're going to strip this rad pack out. I'm going to drop that back round there because we don't need it and it's different, and fit our rad pack into that front panel. A lot going on in the background there, guys, and a bit of a nightmare. Very, very tight gap to get in there. You can see all the scratches on my arm. All the air boxes in there, all the wires are all wired up, the fuse box, battery tray, ECU, everything's there. I've even bolted the battery down, strapped it down, put the earth on, and it is all pretty much ready to go. We have still got to dump the oil and change that filter. Chris was just messing around, tidying up, tightening everything here. So we got all the aircon pipes on. They're all ready to go onto the rad pack. The rad pack, I've built it up. Everything's on there. I think this lower piece may be slightly different because the STs have an intercooler, don't they? And an ST is not something that I've done before. So we'll have to work out where that does go. Anyway, I decided now it was all plumbed up, I would actually fill up the reservoir and put some brake fluid in it and just crack off the nipple on the clutch cylinder there and just let it drip out on its own. It does get rid of some of the air, and nothing was coming out of there, and then I saw it starting to leak down underneath. And this is where I've had my hand. Hopefully I can point that out. So where that clutch pipe goes in there, that bottom, you can't really see it, bottom clutch pipe right there, it was leaking out there, and I thought when we've put that pedal box in, we must have knocked that and actually cracked it. If you remember, I cracked the top one and I thought that's going to be whole pedal box out again. But what I did was I popped down to Kent Auto Salvage and whipped one of these pipes off a car just quickly to have a look, and right on the end there it actually has a rubber bung. And when I pulled our pipe out, the rubber bung wasn't on the end of the pipe, but it was inside the hole. So I just pulled it out, got a pair of tweezers in there, removed the bung. I've put a new bung on there and just bled the clutch up, and it's perfect. So we really are moving along with this quite swiftly now. We'll probably do an oil change and then get ready. A few more little bits to do and actually wang it over. Actually, Chris did find this plug that goes on the intercooler pipe here, and that is our broken wires. So he's got 3 wires to solder up there and heat shrink. This one here, we're not sure what it is yet. You see I fitted the washer bottle, the pumps on there. That's got to be plugged in. So just a few little loose ends to do, but not many wires left now. You've got the main cooling fan now. I'm sure they're probably bonnet related to say that the bonnet's shut, but yeah, I'm quite confident as well. We know that it run when it come out, when it was in the other car. Only briefly, I know, but all of the broken pipes, everything has now been repaired. Everything's replaced and it's all back where it should be. The only headache I think we are going to come up with is the fact that this is the uprated header tank, and we're going to need to get an early header tank for it, or somehow have this part here repaired. It's not actually that, it's the piece that's in the top. I've taken it out, I've rung the dealer, given them the part number, and it was 600 and something pounds, which is ridiculous, guys, for that. That is £600. I'm not sure how they can get away with asking that sort of money for it, and that's the thing that bolted up here. So we'll probably get an earlier header tank for it and roll with that. Let's crack on. Chris found the broken wire, outside temperature sensor, soldered up, heat shrinked, done. And the intercooler wire there, all soldered up, heat shrink done. Just as a temporary measure, we have connected up the intercooler, this time with all the pipes. Actually, none of these pipes have got holes in them. This was broken out of the last one. So we're ready. We're going to wang it over. We're going to get it down, put the battery on and give it, hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, this is going to run. I'm quietly confident. Let's do it. You ready, mate? Yeah. Fire in the hole. Wang it over. All lit up. That's a good... stop. We took all the petrol out.
Well, at least it turns over.
Schoolboy error there. We drained all the fuel out of it. We'll put a gallon in and try that again. But yeah, that's good news.
Engine malfunction, service now. Shall we clear the codes?
I'll clear the codes while you chuck some petrol in it, and then we'll go again. Yeah. But yeah,
it's easy to read any new ones.
That's promising, right? Yeah. Wang's over, so yeah, we'll do that. Chris put some fuel in it. I tried to clear the codes. Quite a lot of them did keep coming back, like this over temperature water sensor. So we've just plugged it in. Just tried clearing quite a few. The ABS won't clear, that keeps coming back, but we haven't actually bled the front wheels up yet, and like Chris just said, there's no pressure in there, so there is a load of little things we're going to have to go through. But you ready to wang it over again, mate? Yes. Is that the same as last time? It's staying running. God, that sounds beautiful. It's hunting, yeah, but there's still a lot disconnected. It really does. There's a little bit of hunting there. We've got a lot of little things to iron out, but for the most part, staying running. There is a little tick in there, but it's, again, does it not rev up, Chris? Does it? It just hunts.
You rev a little bit, but that's foot to the floor.
Yeah, everything's still unplugged, like we've got no rad on it. That shouldn't stop it, should it? I'll plug it in and do a scan again, but It probably has. This intercooler, guys, it is actually, it's got some damage on it. So it could possibly be that. Sorry, buddy? Right in the middle. Yeah, it has had a bit of a wallop there, so possibly something to do with that, but for the most part, yes, running. Turn it off, mate. It does still keep saying as well, unable to find key, unless you actually put the key right up here on the pad. So that's obviously got a low battery or something.
Key not detected.
Yeah.
So it doesn't wants a new battery.
Yeah, to be honest, that was exactly the same on that white car. Do you remember the rigmarole we went round? Guys, how far has this come from where we actually got it? It is incredible to see it in this state now. We got really excited about this, especially when we got the parts car, and it really has genuinely been a pleasure to put this together and hear that run. The first time, yeah, we forgot to put fuel in it, but apart from that, all the windows are working there, Chris. Lovely. Everything seems to be all right on it, apart from that bit of hunting. But like I said, plenty of little bits to iron out. It's already getting quite long, this video, guys, but Chris tried the other throttle pedal and didn't make a blind bit of difference.
Bought an extra fault up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it was 6 instead of 5 then.
Right, so I actually brought up another fault. So obviously we tried replacing it with a burnt, but behind here, there's actually a plug somewhere, isn't it? Is it that one there?
That's there, mate.
That one there. So Chris just come round here, wobbled it, and it actually fell off.
Out, yeah.
So he's clipped that home, rescanned it, and it's even cleared all the ABS codes.
Yes.
Obviously that's all, I don't know, all part of the loop.
Crank it now, it may pick up some more faults again, but
We will run it just one more time, but this video's getting really, it's probably the longest video we've ever done. Give it a go, mate. Hopefully it revs up as well. That's better. Yes. Go on, mate. Yeah. Little bit of condensation there, but... So what you got come back? Airbag light, obviously.
battery low, replace battery, key that is.
Yeah.
Bonnet open, boot open, my active drive safely.
Perfect. Lovely jubbly. So the skid light's going to be, because we haven't bled the brakes, airbag light. What have we got unplugged airbag wise? We haven't, have we? So that's something that we need to look into, but I might turn that off, mate.
The only thing is, this is because it's because that our airbag modular deployed.
Yeah.
We've got
Our airbag module.
yeah the white one are deployed. We've got the red one, but everything else on this car's white. So
Right.
more need coding.
Yeah, we can nick that one out of that and then whip it up to the guy. Yeah, right, that's it. Guys, it's alive. It runs. It doesn't drive yet. We haven't put the shafts in. We'd like to do a gearbox oil change on it because we did leave the cups in, so we didn't lose any oil. But in the next video, I was just saying to Chris, what's it going to be? We know we got a bodywork video to do. We'd like to probably try and just do one more, really, wouldn't we? It may be two, but hopefully it's one where we can actually get front panel, bonnet, headlights, drive shafts, and actually take that for a drive.
And then
to the paint shop and get it done. But unbelievable. I applied for a logbook the first day we got it, so hopefully that comes in time, and yeah, we'll take it over, get the paintwork done, and of course get the MOT done on it. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and it shows your appreciation. Everything is in the description down below, merchandise, Instagram, etc, etc. Hope you all have a lovely evening, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.